Good morning, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in less than 30 minutes. Some good activity out there. Pretty sure I'm going to watch UAA out of the opening gates, maybe even a pre-market trade on it. 1675 is going to be the main area that I'm watching, that I've alerted the chat room to. But, you know, if it looks like it might get down there a little sooner, then I'd be interested. But, you know, like I said, that is going to be the key level. Also, BYND. What's going on with this one? Let's check this out. 119 is going to be a key level on this one. But as of right now, looking up here, you can see not a whole lot of volume, 73,000, and then just a slight gap up. But BYND and then, like I said, UAA going to be my two main candidates. But I suppose that's always subject to change. Something could pop up from now until the market opens and totally pull my attention towards that. But that is the current game plan. All right, I believe this thing wants to get down below 17. So I'm in 1,500 shares, UAA. So let's see what this thing wants to do. I'll keep the video rolling while I make some other alerts in the chat room. So let's see if this thing wants to break down below 17. All right, I will go ahead and pause for the time being, and if it looks like it's going to make a movement in either direction, I will get the video rolling at that point. All right, it's making its way down at 17, but didn't want to push down through. We'll see if it wants to take another trip down to that area. Or not. Okay, it's heading down there again. Can it actually push through at this point? It's getting hit. All right, I'm not quite sure if it's going to break anymore at this point, so I lighten up the load here a little bit. I mean, a whole ton of strength. There is the break. So let's see if we can get some continuation to the downside. Now, of course, in hindsight, I should have kept all my shares, but that's good old hindsight. Well, this thing's just moving like a snail. All right, let's see what else I can find. This is not, my time can be better spent elsewhere. So $55 there. But yeah, definitely could have, like I said, done better elsewhere, but figured, you know what? I tried it, wasn't really seemingly worth the time. Let's see what's going on with this share. Interesting setup here. What is that at? 40.35. All right, so kind of a little bumpy start. Not a bad start. Sometimes plays just don't work out, and that's what happened here. But let's see what else I can find. Okay, I have an order at 137.45 here. It got close, within 15 cents. So we'll go up to 137.85 now at this point. So 130.87, trying to go short here on ROKU. Let's see if it wants to work its way up to that area. There is the break. All right, well, at this point, I think it wants to get up through 138. I could be getting greedy with that entry point, but let's see what it wants to do. Okay, I have an order at 138.35, like I said. I just can't time this one. That one went up to as high as 138.15. So let's go to 138.75 now at this point. So 138.75. So let's see if it can get up to that area. Very, very fast mover. So I realize it seems kind of far away right now, but it's actually not. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Okay, 139.25, change my order to now. Oh, come on. Okay, that time it hit 139.19. So within 6 cents. So struggling would be an accurate term right now. Very hard to get filled on this one. Although potentially some weakness here showing up. So I may be interested in getting filled a little bit sooner. Let's see, what is that? 138. But I'm not quite willing to commit yet. See if it wants to get back above 139. All right, I will go ahead and pause. Update here on UAA. That was without doubt the right question. You can see right here, it basically actually bounced back up and then has since just gone sideways in a very, very tight range. So that $55 gain actually now looks very, very attractive. So quick little update on that one. Okay, I have an order at 141.25 here on ROKU. There's the break. And it was quite the pitiful break. Got above the round number of 141 and then moved a grand total of 2 cents. Well, there we go. It's back above it. All right, in there at 141.25 and out for $75. We'll look to re-enter at 141.35. So we'll see if it can work its way back up there. Well, we are almost 90 minutes in, and sometimes for those of you that watch, a lot of the past videos, I'll make comments about, well, yeah, we're 90 minutes in, but I haven't been around much because I've been off, playing with my kids or, just whatever, since I work from home. But in this situation, no, I've been glued to the screen, searching and searching and searching, and you've seen it. I can't get filled, and nothing really has worked out today. And I need to move on with my day. And I know I've posted lots of videos where, you'll see, $500 in 20 minutes, $1,000 in 10 minutes and stuff like that. Well, here we have one where it's $130 in basically 90 minutes minus about 15 minutes. So we'll just call it 90 minutes though. So $130 in 90 minutes. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still grateful. I'm glad I made money. That's great. But I also want those of you, and for those of you that have maybe watched multiple videos, you'll have a little bit more context. But yeah, sometimes it can be great. Sometimes you can score quick gains in very small amounts of time. And, just go through the playlist of the live trade videos and you'll see some pretty crazy movements. But in the spirit of transparency and just keeping it real, as much as I'm sure some trolls will make fun of me for this one down in the comment section, I mean, it is what it is. I'm still going to post it. I don't want to post it. I have no problem saying that. I would much rather be posting something where it says $1,300 in 90 minutes or $13,000 in 90 minutes. But no, in this situation, $130 in 90 minutes. So as a trader, whether you're new or you've been around a while, hey, it happens to everybody, despite what some maybe try to proclaim or portray. Yeah, sometimes mornings like this happen. And I mean, I didn't trade terribly. It just, sometimes they're just blah. And I get it, blah is just a word, but how can I best define blah? Well, here you go. This is how I would define it, where you don't do anything stupid. It's just a matter of, UAA, as you saw, it simply didn't work out. It didn't really behave in my manner, or it didn't really go in my direction at all. And then ROKU could barely get filled. And then when I did, made a quick $75 in like 5 seconds. But besides that, just struggled. So it is what it is, and that's what happens. I would encourage you, though, because I know this wasn't the most exciting one, but if you check out the other playlists, you'll see some more quote-unquote exciting ones. But in all actuality, these are probably the more important ones of them all, because this is keeps things grounded in reality, where if you show up as a trader and think every single day it's going to be $600 in an hour, or $1,000 in 15 minutes or stuff like that, then you're going to be pretty disappointed. But, well, as I talk, do we have an opportunity here on ADVM? I'll put an order up there at 1445. Whether or not it gets hit, we'll see. So who knows? Maybe a late trade. Like I said, I do need to move on with my day, but it's still not quite 11 o'clock yet. So I'll go ahead and pause just real quick, and if this one doesn't get filled, then I'll just officially wrap up the video. And that pretty much just summarizes it all. You saw me at 1445, got up as high within 7 cents, and then nothing. So I am definitely officially wrapping things up here. So yeah, it is what it is. If you enjoy these videos and want me to keep making these live trade videos, I know not the most exciting thing, but the easiest way to communicate that to me is to hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Have you ever had days like this where it's not bad trading, it's just kind of blah? And that'll help me make me feel better. But also for maybe new traders, if they see a bunch of other people with experience saying, yeah, these days happen, well, then we're all helping each other out, because we're letting other people know that just because you have days like this that are blah doesn't mean you're a bad trader. It just means not every single day in the market money's going to rain down from the sky. So like I said, in the comment section, have you ever had one of these blah days? Can you relate to what you saw and what I'm kind of going through now? And like I said, I think that'll help everybody out. So again, if you enjoy these live trade videos and would like for me to keep making them, hit that like button. Leave a comment down below. Not necessarily if you've had a blah day. I mean, if you have questions or anything else, you're more than welcome to comment. Please do. And then also check out the channel as a whole. Like I said, I promise you, there's a lot of other live trade videos that are have more action and lots of other types of videos. So check out the channel as a whole, and hopefully you decide to ultimately subscribe. So thank you for hanging out, and just remember, sometimes blah days happen, and it's just totally part of being a trader. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.